Hey everybody. So today I'm going to be working on a small little project. These are going to be the data cards that you saw on Star Trek Enterprise, the little data cards that they always had in all their computer interfaces and stuff like that. A friend of mine made a private, like a small short run of these parts to make those data cards. So these are the spines, and it already comes with the sticker already on it, and it's this nice plastic, frosted plastic here. And these are the two different ones that I got. And then these are the acrylic pieces. This is the one side that's got the chip on it, and then this is going to be the side that has the circuitry on it. Now I screwed up on this one by removing the masking because I didn't know that these are supposed to be painted like a dark gray color. So I already took the masking off and messed that up. So what I'm going to have to do is, thank goodness I bought two of these. This one here still has the masking on it. So I'm going to go ahead and paint this one with the dark gray color, and then once I'm done, I'll just peel the masking off. I'll probably just cut it like in 3 sections so it'll be easier, and then reapply it to this one, and then I can use that as the masking to do that one. So made a little bit of extra work for myself. If that doesn't work, then there's always good old-fashioned blue tape. But hopefully I can make that work. Yeah, I didn't know that these were actually colored. I didn't know that. So this is going to have a dark gray color to it, and then the circuitry part, these are going to be gold. So I'll be painting that gold, and then that's the back. It's just smooth. And then you'll, let's see, I think you're supposed to glue these, or you're supposed to put them together so that the painted sides go together like this, and then you will be having to glue them to the spine right here. So yeah, and then for the paint, let's say I'm going to use my favorite Tamiya. I like Tamiya paint. I'll be using the TS21 Gold, and then for the other side, I'm going to be using the TS4 German Gray. I think that'll be a decent color for those. So thankfully, there's only 2 colors to paint, and it should hopefully be easy enough. All right, well, we'll see how this turns out. Hopefully, it's not going to be a problem, and hopefully everything goes together good. So we'll see what comes up next. Okay, so as I was starting to paint this one, I realized that I should have masked off the edges because those are supposed to stay the clear acrylic. And as far as I can tell, I didn't get any paint on those, thank goodness. So I immediately stopped and started putting the masking tape on here. And then these ones are masked on the edges as well. So thank goodness I caught that before I really got heavily into this and realized I painted the edges. All right, well, back to the painting. All right, so these are now painted. And that gold looks really good on there, I gotta say. Hopefully these masks will come off really easily. That's a lot of fine detail on there. This one's all set now, and hopefully I can reuse those masks for this one. So we'll see how that goes. All right, thank goodness I was able to use those masks. They went on pretty nice, and then I went ahead and just masked off everything else, including the back, because unfortunately I took the back paper off too. I don't think I'll really get that much paint on there, but no use risking it. With clear acrylic, you don't want to get stuff on there. That actually turned out really nice. You can see how good that masking did on there. All right, well, we'll go ahead and start painting that one now. All right, well, this is the one that I had to reuse the masks on. As you can see, that didn't work out quite as I was hoping. There's some bleed over, but I'm pretty sure I can get that cleaned up, so that shouldn't be a problem. All right, so at least after that I can get the masking tape off of here. I'm going to be interested to see how those turn out. All right, well, back to work. All right, so the masking on these circuit board pieces is crazy, just like accurate. I mean, it's really well done, but boy, you really got, like right here you can see I'm on the final parts here, but these little pieces right here are these are the masking tape pieces that are in between those very fine lines. So I have had to use, my X-Acto blade here to just scrape these up. So you can just see that that's the little paper that's in between. But oh my gosh, and you have to do that for the vast majority of these. So we are talking some seriously tiny work here, and I still have to do that one. So, but man, I'm impressed with the etching that was done on this. I mean, this stuff just comes right off, like that. So it's just paper. So wow, pretty good etching job, I must say. Okay, so it looks like I got all the masking off now. I thought I was done after just getting those ones on the little long lines done, but it turns out there's these ones. See if I can get the knife in here. See how tiny these little circles are? Those had masks in them too. I had to pick all that out of there. And these there's more up here, and there's little squares and stuff. So there was a ton of these, and of course there's 2 of these. And so these are all the tiny little pieces that I ended up picking off of there. And some of them ended up on the table as well, but oh well. Anyway, yeah, so that was some pretty intense work trying to get all those off. All right, so now I guess I can, I also got all that done. I guess there's some masking on the lettering there too, but I can't get it all off on this particular one. And it turns out you really can't see the numbering and lettering all that much anyway once you've attached it to this. Well, you might be able to, I don't know. Anyway, all right, well, let's try to get ready to start gluing these together. Well, actually, I think you just got to glue them to the spines, so we'll work on that now. All right, so now I got these taped together like the instructions tell you to do. So these 2 sheets are actually, they're not glued together. You just tape them together, and then once you glue them to the spines, and that's what holds them together. So, yeah, and the painted sides have to go on the inside so that it's all smooth on the outside. And then on these spines here, you can see, if I get the light on here just right, you can see these lines that are kind of scribed into there. So the instructions tell you to do that, and that gives the glue something to grip onto. So those are both done. All right, so now I guess we can start gluing these all together. Okay, these are now all complete. So this was a great little kit. So a big shout out and a thank you to Carl. Carl, you know who you are. I thank you very much for making these. So yeah, these are just a nice little limited run that he did of these. But the laser etching on these is fantastic. I mean, you can see all the detail in the circuitry. I mean, look how good that looks. And the numbers actually came out where you can actually see those, the lettering on the chips. And so, yeah, I guess I never really paid much attention to these props on Enterprise. I'm not really sure why. I mean, I've noticed them, and a lot of times on the consoles, you can see the upper part of it sticking out. And I guess there has been some episodes, you know, where they pull them out of here. But, you know, these are, of course, like more earlier versions or primitive versions of the original Star Trek's data cards, the ones that look like these, which were just more simplified. They were just pieces of wood, probably, that they used on the show. You could tell sometimes when they clinked them together, they had a wood sound to them. So I have quite a few of these too. And then, of course, the next step up would have been Star Trek The Next Generation, where we have the isolinear chips. And so I have quite a few of these as well. And these ones have that nice rainbow effect. But yeah, so that's kind of cool that, you know, Star Trek is really good about, you know, sticking to canon on a lot of stuff as far as, you know, technology or just different things. One of the many things I loved about it. But yeah, these are really a great kit. I'm really loving these. These are the only versions of the data cards that I don't have as far as, you know, the Classics series, or I should say, you know, up until before, like, Discovery and all that stuff. But yeah, these are pretty neat. Pretty simple kit, but I love the way they look. All right, well, anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, like and subscribe, and I always appreciate all of you watching, so thank you very much. And I'll see you on the next video, and I hope you have a fantastic day. Take it easy.